Hi everyone, I wanted to do an extensive video this time explaining some things because in the past month, the mainstream has actually released a statement on MSN and a whole article that the Galactic Federation has been assisting our government with disarming missiles and avoiding nuclear war. Now, I've been saying for many, many years that this was the coming agenda, is that they're trying to make it look like the aliens have come to help us and protect us from the bad aliens, when the bad aliens have been here all along and they're pretending to be the good aliens. And they're not necessarily aliens. These are beings that are either cloned or they're humans or they're demonic entities, God knows what, but they've been here all along. And remember that we live on a plane. So there are multitudes of creatures that exist here that we don't even know about. I mean, we're learning about new types of beings every single day. So this all ties into the flat earth theory. Now, instantly people scoff this, and there's a reason for that, because it has been systematically criticized. People that believe in the flat earth theory are called idiots, ridiculed, and religious nuts. And I've talked about this over and over, how the flat earth is an accretion disk that extends and exudes from a toroidal plane. Tor means tree, as in the tree of life. The Norse mythologies speak about the tree of life, and the Bible speaks about the tree of life. The Bible is filled with knowledge, but it's taken in the wrong context. So the people that are against Christianity in its purest form will try to make Christians look like they are wrong about the Bible, but in reality they are, because they're believing the wrong context. It doesn't mean the Bible is filled with lies. It means that people do not understand the true meaning of what is being said in the Bible. They're using analogies. And this happens when you have a different language. In the Aramaic language, they're using words that have been translated many different times. And so if you say, my shoes do not fit well, and then someone translates it into their language, it could mean something completely different. And what's happened in the text or the context of the Aramaic language is that we were told the Christ originally was a salve. It's a salvation. When you've been anointed, the oils come down from your brain, go into your body, and when you're holding a state of harmonic resonance, they are in pristine condition and they keep your body sustained. They are the manna from heaven. They are Santa Claustrum coming down the chimney, bringing gifts from the North Pole. Okay? And in the same way, Jesus travels, they say that he is crucified both in the place of the skull and in Sodom and Egypt. And we know that's impossible if you're talking about locations on a map. We're talking about physiological processes. Mari is feminine and also means Lord. That's why the name Lord or Lords is feminine. And so you've got Mari meaning Lord, and Joseph, the masculine. They represent the pineal and the pituitary. Mari or Maria is the pituitary or the feminine oils that come down from the brain. She is the virgin. She has the pristine, crystalline information and chemical properties that sustain the body. If they cross over and you are not in a state of harmonic resonance, what happens? You die on the cross. Okay, you're crucified. And the same happens in the lower sexual area, where if you conceive a child in the state of lust, you allow for dissonance and demonic entities to enter, and that's where all of that comes from, okay? If you just read the Bible in that context, you understand this is what they're talking about. So when the government and the church do not address this and they hide it, which they have, and they've hidden the powers of the pineal gland and how these oils allow us to be activated as true human beings that exist on a much higher level. If they hid this, you know that they must have something, some reason to hide it. It's all about control and enslavement. So the other part of this is the flat earth theory. The flat earth, being the accretion disk around the toroid, is the model for everything, for the cup of Christ, for the Holy Grail, the Holy Spirit. And when we are made in this image, that's what it means when it says we're made in the image of the Creator. The Creator is not an old man with a beard. Obviously, we don't all look like old men with beards, right? We're made in that image on a spiritual level, on a quantum level. So the reason they're hiding the true world model is because if we knew that we were made in this image and we had infinite abilities, not only in this material realm, but in the next realm and the next realm, as sovereign beings that are lucid and in absolute control of their own design and their own world, then they couldn't control us. So that's what this is all about. And the Galactic Federation, in my opinion, has been around for a very long time. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. It's been around since the 70s at least. They've been working on this Space Force for a long time, since Reagan started the whole space, Star Wars and all that. They've been programming people to accept this. And as you can see, Biden is now wearing something that looks similar to a very futuristic spacesuit, or it actually looks exactly like the clothes in Mockingjay, in that movie. We're living through the Mockingjay movie is what's happening. And when she busts the firmament, that's going to happen too. Everything's been planned. The goal is that you understand that they're doing this to maintain control until the very end, because they are control freaks. Everybody goes, why? Why would they do this? Because they're control freaks. There doesn't have to be any other reason than that. And they cannot ascend. They're dependent upon technologies and the satanic, antichristed paradigm for their existence. And they hate anyone that is not. I hope you understand this and spread it to as many people as you can, because everything is coming down to this very truth right here and now. Thank you for listening.